We have a segment called Celebrity True or False that we would like to play with. Thank you. God bless you. Henry Winkler, play it. We have great production value just for you. Hit it, please.
Hit it.
Celebrity True or False.
You can't handle the truth.
There you go. That's our production value right there.
Okay.
Okay.
No. For the radio audience,
Yes,
there was a mediocre kind of a cartoon.
Yes.
With a director's chair and some canisters of film.
That's right. And then the drop of Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson is one of my idols.
Have you ever acted with him?
I've never acted with him. I want to get to the point where I might be like him as an actor.
Let's start with first.
I always think of Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
His soul and his character are so intertwined, you can't even put a piece of paper in between them.
That's true.
Oh, my goodness, he is brilliant.
That is true.
Yeah.
First up, Henry Winkler, true
I'd like
or
to
false?
act with Bob De Niro. I figure if I put it out there, it might happen.
It's called
Do you
speaking
think
it into
Bob is
existence.
listening?
Absolutely. We have ways to make that happen.
Robert, I'd like to act with you.
Well, one thing's for sure is you're definitely going to meet Patrick Mahomes off this interview.
I'd
that's
like
for
to.
sure. Before you were a successful actor, director,
Can
and
I get a
producer.
selfie?
True or false? You were an extra on a game show in New York City, receiving $10 for the role.
That is true.
What is this?
You know
What's the
what?
truth?
I've completely forgotten because it came and went. But I was on the show, and I got a check for $10.
What show was it?
Let's say that it was called "Are You Telling the Truth?" That is not the name. I just made that up.
Okay, but you received that was your first.
Oh,
gig?
I thought I was on my way. I'm not kidding. It was thrilling.
And you got a $10 check out of it.
But I'm 76 and I have completely forgotten everything about my past.
Well, maybe we can jog some memories here.
Thank you.
You mentioned your audition earlier for the Fonz.
Yes.
True or false? You were channeling Sylvester Stallone, your Lords of Flatbush co-star, when you auditioned for the Fonz. Is that true or false?
Partially.
Okay.
Sly, who is so funny and a brilliant writer, came to Hollywood and his car broke down. And he had just moved here. And so he called me and I picked up his first wife, Sasha, their bull mastiff dog that had so much drool, I needed a snorkel to get in the back seat when I dropped them off. And Sly, all his goods.
Yes.
And I took him to their apartment in Hollywood, like on El Camino. And then he gave me a script. And I took the script to ABC and I said, look, it's a friend of mine. And I'd like to produce this. And they bought it. And then they said to me, but here, we have to replace the writer. I went back to Sly. I said, here's the good news. We sold it. The bad news is they want to replace the writer. He says, Henry, don't let him do that to me. I said, okay. I went back to ABC. I said, I know. You don't do this. But I need that script back, and here's all the money. They said, we don't do that. I said, I know, but I need that script back, and here's the money. I got the script, gave it to Sly. A year and a half later, Rocky came out.
That was the script?
That was the script.
Come on.
Honest to God. Not a penny did I see.
Wow.
No, but the thing is that he is brilliant. I couldn't have. He was so distraught. I couldn't let somebody else rewrite a script.
But that was so Rocky was originally going to be a TV movie. Is that what you're saying?
Well, originally, I sold it to ABC.
Jeez.
But he is so good, and he's so
I didn't know
powerful
Yeah.
to be around. That when in the beginning, when I did the Fonz, I would think, what would Sly do?
And that's what.
And then it came out.
That's how you brought that to
Yeah.
the role. What a story. Next up, Henry Winkler, true or false?
True or false?
You never actually rode the motorcycle on Happy
Never.
Days.
No, that's not true. 17 seconds. For however long it took me to go up that hill in total terror. I rode the bike. Now, on the soundstage 5 on Paramount Lot.
Yes.
I had to go 5 feet. And I'm so dyslexic that I didn't know the gear from the thing where you turn it and then you with your foot you boom it and you change the gear. I put it into gear and I must have raced it and I shot forward.
Oh my God.
I nearly killed the director of photography. He jumped out of his chair in time. The bike went down. We slid under the sound truck. They came racing to make sure the bike was fine. Because it was rented. Then they went for the actor. And it was brand new, so I wasn't yet the Fonz of the Fonz. Right. I was just Henry playing the Fonz.
So how was the bike?
Oh, and the bike. Here's a great piece of information.
Right.
The bike was rented to the company, to Paramount,
yes, by
Bud Akins. It was the same bike that Steve McQueen used to jump the fence
in The Great
Escape.
What? Okay, so the bike that Steve McQueen used in The Great Escape was the bike that you, as the Fonz,
I
were
eventually
riding.
used. Yes, they gave me a Harley, but being short, I never touched the ground.
Yes,
and all I did was sit on the bike, so I would fall over most of the time. And then they got me this Triumph, and oh my God.
This is already the greatest edition of Celebrity True or False ever, and we're halfway through.
Okay, here's another story.
Please.
Steve McQueen is and was my action hero.
Sure, why not?
I'm walking down the street in Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. Mm-hmm. He is walking toward me. Mm-hmm. I'm walking toward him. Mm-hmm. And all we did was nod. We nodded. And to this day, all these years later,
yes,
I am so crazy that I didn't say I need to take a picture with you. I'm not kidding. There he was.
That's it.
And we nodded.
Well, at least you have the nod.
Yeah.
Right?